Okay, now we'll head into part 2 of the letter. Don't forget the letters to COP26, all about climate change and our environment. I think part 1 of the letter showed that we are where we are today as a result of human beings and their free enterprise market, which has caused, which is the way we've come along and developed. The free enterprise market, everything developed very, very slowly since Joe and Freddie, the caveman's time. In fact, things developed so slowly, nature wasn't even aware of humans up until 300 years ago. Nature could handle us and our wants totally easily. And then the human power play happened. Human inventions, science, medicine, populations, explosions happened. The Industrial Revolution happened. Colonization of the Third World happened. The opening up of America happened. And these were the things that brought nature down to the ground. Nature was knocked out, flat on its back. And we humans have only very, very recently woken up to the fact and admitted our guilt. In fact, the letter says here, it wasn't until young Greta was brave enough to walk the walk and flick on the switch of human guilt. That was only a few years ago, right? Yeah. Now we unequivocally know and we unequivocally admit the damage we humans have caused. Okay, so the letter goes on. So now we really do have to act. We have to get going on changing things. How do we do it? As hinted early on, the biggest and most meaningful action to help the environment will take place on the very smallest stage, which is all to do with the individual and all the tiny little actions he makes during the course of each day. Don't forget, we are the people who walk the walk or do the things that make things happen on Earth. Our market demand directs the economy, and the economy is the thing that impacts on the climate and the environment. Yeah. Leave the talk to the talkers. As long as we, the walkers, walk in the right direction, hopefully voluntarily, the goalposts of the free enterprise economy will be set in a new green position, and things will turn around faster than you think, especially if the young of today learn how to spend their money and get their fun from invisibles instead of materials. I'll go into invisibles later on. The big world stage also needs a bit of adjusting due to the changing situation on the ground over the last 500 years. And it is here where our leaders or talkers can act beneficially, because we're talking of political changes. 2 facts we know about and are sure about would make this change necessary on their own. 1, we know fighting is in our DNA. 2, we know the weapons of war we have today could easily wipe out 5 billion years of creation on Earth in 5 minutes. That on its own is reason enough for change, for political change. We also know that because of the excess freedom, which normal human beings have never had before, being encouraged today, human individuals themselves and global power blocks are in serious conflict right around the world. The old disease of anarchy is rife, together with the newer diseases like terrorism, proxy war, and unnatural migration. Okay? Don't forget this letter was written October 21. 6 months later, Russia was beginning to invade Ukraine. That's how dangerous the world is. So not only is the environment on its last legs, human civilization has reached the very dangerous point of no return. We are out of control on Earth. So how to solve a problem as big as this? You have to revert to total simplicity and use some of the philosophy that brought us human animals into civilizations in the first place. We need to think of something like a one world governance, one power, one controlling power. The world has to be seen in exactly the same way as you would view a good prep school, where we all would like to send our children, because the prep school has a good reputation, rules are fair, the headmaster is kind but strict, and all the pupils have the freedom to compete with everybody in the school in all the various activities, academic, artistic, sporting, and later on the free enterprise economy. Competing and going up and down in life and using all your abilities to the full and playing within the rules gives everyone the ability to achieve total spiritual and physical fulfillment in life. What else do we need? Nobody but nobody has the freedom to destabilize the school, its rulers, its rules, or its headmaster. So if we had one top table with one big stick and enough power, we could control all the warring individual nation states, and the world would be a far safer, less confused, less dangerous place. Okay, we'll go into part 3 later on. We might even see some pictures, paintings I mean. Bye for now.